You've felt it, right? That classic tug of war between your head and your heart. What seems like the logical path versus what just feels right. For literally centuries, we've been debating which one is really sitting in the driver's seat of our lives.
So let's just ask it straight up. When it comes right down to it, for the choices you make every single day, from what you buy to who you trust, who's really calling the shots? Is it your rational, thinking brain, or is it that instinctive, emotional core?
The story we usually tell ourselves looks something like this. Logic, that's our cool, calculated superpower. And emotion? Well, that's the wild, unpredictable force we're always trying to tame. We like to think of ourselves as these thinking machines that just get disrupted by feelings every now and then. But what if that entire story is completely backwards? To find the real answer, we have to look past the old myths and go straight to the source, the actual physical wiring of our brains. And how information travels through your mind, that's our first major clue.
Okay, so here's the key. It's all about the direction of the information flow. See, it doesn't start with logic. It travels from the inside out. First, it hits that ancient reptilian part of the brain that's all about pure survival. Then it passes through the limbic system, that's your emotional core. And only then, last in line, does it finally reach the neocortex, your center for rational thought.
The legendary salesperson Joe Girard put it perfectly. Emotion gets a massive head start. By the time your logical brain is just starting to process a situation, your emotional brain has already reacted. It's already formed an opinion, and it's already preparing you to act. And that internal wiring, it's not just some small detail. It has a staggering impact on our behavior. It leads to some pretty incredible numbers behind every single choice you make. And honestly, the results might just shock you. Just take a second and think about it. If you had to put a number on it, what percentage of your decisions, from the tiny ones to the huge, life-changing ones, would you say are primarily driven by your emotional brain? The answer, according to a mountain of research from neuroscientists and Nobel laureates like Daniel Kahneman, is a staggering 90 to 95%. And get this isn't a flaw in our design, it's an evolutionary feature. These super fast emotional judgments are what kept our ancestors alive long before complex logic had time to weigh the pros and cons of, say, a tiger lurking in the bushes. That tiny 5% sliver, that's where our conscious, logical mind gets to play. The other 95%, that belongs to the emotional brain. And this isn't just an average, it applies to everyone. Yep, even those